This is the super pissed Elf.
This isn't Mad Elf.
Yeah.
This is really enraged Elf.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it's like 12 something, and it's brewed with cherries and spices and stuff.
This is what we call one for the ditch.
Yeah, that's a heavy duty.
Holy moly. What's good, everybody? I'm Johnny Danger.
Jesse Wheeler.
And we are the Dangerous Dudes. We're talking about the Mount Rushmore of movies right now.
Boom.
All right. So this is our Mount Rushmore of movies. This isn't the Mount Rushmore of movies, but it might be, actually.
It might be.
There's no opinions, here that we need to debate. And, it's very subjective. Somebody's favorite movie. Maybe yours is Legally Blonde. Who knows?
Maybe.
But we'll start from the tippy top. I think this is a pretty easy one. It's my favorite movie of all time. So this would be like George Washington on the Mount Rushmore. It's Back to the Future from 1985, starring Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson. It's the most feel-good, nostalgic, still interesting movie that I can think of. I own it. I've watched it an embarrassing amount of times. I know every single word and every single line of the movie. The only other movie I can think of that I know that well from front to back is Dumb and Dumber. That's an honorable mention. It's not on my Mount Rushmore. If we're just doing Mount Rushmore of comedies, it might be my number one. But Back to the Future, I literally just watched it Saturday morning with Asia. We're just kind of farting around a lazy Saturday morning before college football starts. And I have it on. I own it on Prime. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, watching Back to the Future. Like, all right. She sat down and drank some coffee. I was, fiddling around on my laptop and doing some work. But the storyline, Doc, the characters, the product placements, the way they tie everything together, it's just a spectacular film.
It's definitely an honorable mention for me. I love that movie so much. It didn't make my Mount Rushmore, but it's one that it's in my top 10 without question.
Nice.
One of the best movies ever made. So for me, I'm going to go, these are not in order.
Oh, no, they don't need to be.
But I have to have a superhero movie on my list, and I have to have a Christopher Nolan movie on my list.
Oh, I knew this was coming.
So, I'm going to check two boxes with one movie, and that's The Dark Knight.
Nice.
I'll argue to the end of time that it's the best superhero movie ever made, the best villain performance, because it's one of the few movies where Christopher Nolan made 3 Batman movies where the villains were scary as hell. And that's the way villains, if you're going to make it believable, it's not just a comic. I love comics. That's why I love superheroes. But, and I love Batman more than any other superhero because he's like a guy. He's like a regular guy. He's not like Superman who was born with like special powers. And there's been so many Batman movies over the years. Many of them are very good. Even the latest one with Robert Pattinson was excellent.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, the first two with Michael Keaton, the one specifically, the first one with Jack Nicholson as the Joker was excellent. At the time, I thought it was unbelievable.
And Kim Basinger as Vicky Vale.
Yeah, that was great. The third one in that series, the first 4 that had Jim Carrey as the Riddler, that one was also excellent.
So that's 1989, the original one, right?
Yeah, and the third one,
original, but
they swapped out Michael Keaton for Batman for Val Kilmer.
He wasn't bad.
That one is great. The third one in that first series is great. So, but the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy is the best.
They're dark.
And they're very, very dark. Yeah. And I think The Dark Knight is the best superhero movie. I will watch that movie anytime it comes on.
Right.
I can't turn it off. I love.
So we could do another list of movies that if they're on, we're watching them.
Yeah.
I can think of right now, Field of Dreams, Ocean's 11.
Inception,
those movies are
like The Hangover. Like these are all my honorable mentions.
You're not foreshadowing with that one, were you?
No,
Inception, really?
It did not make my list.
Oh, wow.
Believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. My next is from 2002. It's The Bourne Identity, starring Matt Damon, Julia Stiles, Franca Potente. Incredible, riveting action movie. It grabs you right by the plums from the very beginning and doesn't let go throughout the whole movie. And then it spawned this incredible franchise. And I think that they were like borrowing from martial art films where they were the first sort of action series. Who is it? Paul Greengrass is the director, I believe.
Of the Bourne
The
trilogy.
Bourne series, where it was like uber aggressive, extremely violent. That's a lot of what Christopher Nolan did bring to the Batman film.
Very violent,
was like it went from this cartoon to like, this guy ain't fucking around. He's gonna, he could potentially kill you. He's, there might not
villains were gonna kill you.
There might not be a happy ending to this film. Bourne Identity is very dark. It's very intense, but also has some light moments, and it's filmed over in Europe. And I've visited Europe several times, and it goes to different cities that I'm familiar with. It was one of those movies where when it was over with and I sat there in the theater, just kind of like floored, like, holy shit, that was incredible.
The action sequences are great, and I love the like CIA, like espionage stuff. That's really
I love
cool.
stuff like that.
I do too. The first three of the Bourne trilogy,
conspiracies and like the inner workings. Oh, Chris Cooper. Chris Cooper. He's also in that film. Incredible. And then there's
a great like character actor.
Oh, he's amazing. And there's the Scottish guy. So there's the behind the scenes people that have put together this secret government program that trains these soldiers to basically become like killing machines. And he has no memory. And then it starts to come back, and he doesn't want to do this anymore. And it's just a captivating film, and it's definitely on my Mount Rushmore.
So I have to have an action movie. There's many great action movies. I have to have an action movie on my Mount Rushmore as well, and mine is Taken, starring Liam Neeson.
Ooh, good one.
Which I think is one of the best, and it was just
the first one.
The second and third ones are literally almost unwatchable. The first one was a surprise because I remember it came out like Liam Neeson in an action movie, and then when I saw it, I was like, that was insane.
Liam Neeson's 6'4", a former amateur boxer.
The dialogue in that, around. Like when they kidnap the daughter and he gets on the phone with the kidnapper.
I'm going to tell you
right now. Basically, I'm going to find you and I'm going to kill. He kills so many people. Like obviously it's a movie, so like
it's oddly satisfying.
But because he's beating these bad guys, and of course they're like human trafficking people that everybody wants to see like punished, like physically punished.
We both have daughters.
Yeah. And so
like you know what you would do in that situation if somebody harmed your daughter.
Right. When you have a daughter, you think like, if somebody kidnapped my daughter, I'm going to turn into that.
Yep.
Like in all likelihood, these like Middle Eastern guys would blow my brains out in like 2 seconds. But like, I like to think that I'll hunt them down and find them and beat them to death with my bare hands.
Of course you would.
And that's why I love that movie. It just is so
visceral.
Why I loved it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
One of the reasons I love it so much is because it just took me by such surprise. And so I was
no idea it was going to be that good.
I knew I needed to have one action movie. There's so many great action movies made over the years, but the one that always, if I see like even a bit of the dialogue as I'm flipping channels, which I know, it's like, all right, I'm watching the rest. Like I have to, and I know all the lines.
Yeah, you have plans. You have for three in the afternoon. Like you just text your buddy, like, sorry, I'm not going to.
I'm gonna be a little late. Like, what's going on?
So that's why you're always texting me. You're going to be a little late.
Taken was on. You're like, oh, okay.
Excellent pick. Excellent pick. My next movie is from 1994. When I saw this in theaters, I couldn't move out of my seat. Like the Bourne Identity one was just, I sat there just thinking like, wow, that was special. I know that was special. I know that was different. This movie, I sat there thinking like, holy shit, I might have just seen one of the greatest films ever made. Forrest Gump.
Yeah, yeah.
That movie takes you on a journey like no other. It's one of the most well-written scripts, well acted, happy, sad, violent, beautiful, perfect films of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It's an absolute like just roller coaster of emotions throughout the entire film. Tom Hanks is
It's pretty unique.
that dude is in a
movie.
different category to have delivered the performance that he did in that film.
It's obviously an all-time great.
It's an all-timer.
Like it's a very unique movie and just well done top to bottom.
Sally Field, Robin Wright, Gary Sinise,
Robin Wright,
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, such a
and it just
Bubba Gump. I mean, like the
oh my god,
so much has come out of that,
and all the decades that it takes you through, and like our American culture and
the pop culture references are like incredible.
It's incredible. The music, the soundtrack. That scene where Robin Wright is at the absolute bottom of the frickin' dumpster of her life when she's in that hotel room and she's high on cocaine and she doesn't like have any real sense of like where she is in her life and whatever, and she's hanging off of that ledge and she almost just says like and then she just pulls back and just sits there shaking. And then it switches to Forrest, and he's in like Alabama, and he's just peaceful. He's simple. He has mental challenges, but whatever. He's also brilliant and simple and believable, and somebody you can love and trust. And it's just it's incredible. I want to watch it right now. I do. It's such a great damn movie.
Pick. I haven't seen it in a long time. That's a great pick. So my next one, I had to have a comedy. This is like the most challenging pick of the whole 4 because I knew I wanted a comedy. There are so many great all-time comedies. Dumb and Dumber. The Hangover.
Step Brothers,
Happy Gilmore, like all these great movies that I love. I'll
Old
watch
School
over and over again. Yeah.
What's the one? The kids when they have fake IDs, McLovin.
Superbad. That was almost the pick here. And so, but the pick is The Other Guys, which, and what's special, I mean, that's such a great movie. There's the dialogue it's such an underrated movie.
My son Keegan would agree with you wholeheartedly.
So like the reason I love that, the reason that even makes the list over all those other great comedies is that's a movie that I share with Caleb and Lexi, my 2 kids. Like we just
the wooden
love
gun
to watch that. Yeah, he shot Derek Jeter.
Ava Mendes.
It's one of those movies that are like, you guys want to watch something? How about we watch The Other Guys? It's like,
ours is Dumb and Dumber in our
Dirty
household.
Mike and the Boys. Well, my kids used to watch Dumb and Dumber and School of Rock.
Who's Dirty Mike and the Boys? It's Dwayne Johnson and
well, no, Dwayne Johnson and Samuel L. Jackson are the 2 guys at the beginning. Dirty Mike and the Boys are the bums that take over the car and have like orgies in the car. Just that movie is so. It was so unexpected.
Is Rod Riggle in that?
Rob Riggle, yeah. He was a great, like he's in Step Brothers too. He was in so many good movies. It just, for me, if I had to pick one comedy on my Mount Rushmore, that's it.
Excellent pick. Well, we saved the best for last, and I honestly didn't know what your other 3 were, but I knew coming into this and our Mount Rushmore that there would be one film that we picked that would be in unison. So we'll just say it right now. From 1990, it's Goodfellas. If you just want to see the greatest
You have to have a mob
mobster movie
You have to.
film of all time. Just watch Goodfellas. Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci. I forget who the actress's name that plays his wife. She's amazing as well.
She's great.
It's the performance from Ray Liotta. I don't know what awards were given out in 1990, 1991.
I think Pesci won something for that movie, but Ray Liotta to me is...
He's one of the most underrated actors of all time. And there's just something about the intensity of that dude. His black hair, his green eyes, his facial expressions. I believe him. That scene where the helicopter is flying over their house and they're trying to hide and get rid of all the cocaine. The other scene when he goes across to the neighbor's house
and beats the guy who was hitting on the wife with the gun all in front of
you
all
want
his
to talk
buddies.
About that feeling that you got in Taken where like the guy beats the shit out of everybody that was associated with kidnapping his daughter. That scene, doesn't he take the gun? He takes the gun out of his hands
and like beats him in the head.
It's so satisfying. Yeah. There's a scene, honorable mention. I know The Godfather. I know.
Godfather 1 and 2. Great.
But that scene where Ray Liotta just walks across the street and just unleashes hell on that dude, it just makes me feel like it's a good thing.
Well, yeah, like you want.
I don't know. I'm not embracing violence and endorsing violence.
Being such a douchebag.
It just feels so right.
Like you want that to happen. One of the things I love about that movie is that the time it spans. It hits on like classic 50s stuff where they're eating in these Italian restaurants that are like the Copacabana, where they have like live entertainment while you're sitting there eating your meal. Then it gets into the 70s where they're selling cocaine and they're hooked on the cocaine.
Oh,
and it's like life changes so much, and that the movie spans so much time, and how the mob changed and the characters change with it. De Niro gets old. They start getting, it follows a typical like mob story where they start getting nervous and more like the FBI is cracking down.
It follows a true storyline with the RICO laws. Rudy Giuliani had a big part in introducing those RICO laws. Paul Sorvino is the other one. Remember the scene where he's like shaving?
Yeah,
he's making sauce.
He's like got a razor blade
and shaving garlic.
Nothing like garlic shaved that. And I have this little garlic tool. It's from Pampered Chef, so I don't use the razor blade like the gangsters do. I have this little tool where you pop the garlic in there and you twist it, and it comes out like it's sliced by a razor blade.
Admit it. There's a romance and a seductiveness to the mob.
Oh, without question. And we all want to be mobsters.
And the thing is like they all had a wife, a girlfriend, and a mistress. Not saying it's right or wrong. It just was the way it was. But they were
pockets full of cash.
Pockets full of cash, but
Hundreds.
they would help out the community. They would keep things in the family. Now,
kind of like Robin Hood in a lot of ways, where they were like robbing from the rich to give to the poor.
Right.
In many ways, although they were enriching themselves.
Networking, whatever. But there's a certain, again, a seductiveness and it's romanticized in movies, of course. But no other film that I've ever seen romanticizes it and makes me feel like, God damn, like when Ray Liotta's a kid and he's coming up.
Like I could have been that guy.
The Departed
it's great.
is another great one. Yeah. And then
very well written.
Godfather 1 and Godfather 2, incredible. Some people say Casino.
Casino's good. Yeah. It doesn't make my honorable mention. In
Godfather 1, Godfather 2 are incredible movies. If we were doing a mob list, a mob movie list,
obviously are in the top 5.
But Goodfellas is
number 1.
It's a work of art. So there you have it, folks. That's our Mount Rushmore. Tell us what yours is. But if you haven't seen any of these films that we've discussed here today in this episode, do yourself a favor, go check them out. Thanks again for watching. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Like, share, subscribe.
Be good.